I honestly don't. My main objective when I'm out there on the mound is to win that particular game at that particular time. If I should get a lot of strikeouts, and it's evident out there that I am getting a lot of them. Of course, the fans let you know about it after you get, say, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. Then the fans start letting you know. Then I do go for a few strikeouts if I'm winning. If I'm losing, then I just try to somehow salvage that game as best that I can. But if I have a 2 or 3 run lead, then I go for the strikeout.
I want to get back to one more question about the All-Star game. And pitching in that game against hitters that you don't know, as well as the American League hitters, pitching against National League hitters, how much more of a problem is that to you?
I think the problem really is with the hitters, because the pitcher, if you take an unknown pitcher against an unknown hitter, I believe that the pitcher has a little bit of the advantage.
Why?
Because of his repertoire that he does have that the hitter doesn't know about. Sure, it doesn't matter whether the hitter's a good fastball or a good curveball hitter. The pitcher may have 4 or 5 different pitches, and if he doesn't know a hitter, he's going to use all of them. And he's just going to try and take as quick of advantage of the hitter that he can. And I think that really the National League per se has the better total overall hitting, but the American League has a total overall pitching. And good pitching, at least I think good pitching will keep good hitting down anytime.
And good pitching is in the form of Sam McDowell here with the Cleveland Indians. And congratulations, Sam. Thank you very much.
I thank you.
Several months ago, I would have said that the chances were very slim that Congress would ever do anything about the 27.5% depletion allowance. President Nixon has taken a position agreeing with the allowance and sustaining it. But I believe that, from what I can determine in the Ways and Means Committee, that we're going to substantially reduce the oil depletion allowance. I would hope to at least 20%. I'm fighting for a 15% reduction. We're getting it down to a 15% depletion allowance, but I would say that somewhere between 15% and 27.5%, perhaps at 19 or 20 or 21%, would be probably the committee result. And if we can eliminate entirely the depletion allowance on oil and minerals produced abroad, I think we could generate $2 billion in additional revenue that today escapes taxation.
You are the man that really hired Neil Armstrong into the NASA program.
Everyone rushes forward to make that claim. I did go to Purdue and hire him, that is right.
Mr. Pinckney, that day at Purdue University that you first laid eyes on Neil Armstrong, a former hot Navy pilot and now back in college to get his degree, what was your initial impression?
I found a bright young man whose experience belied his appearance because he looked far younger than a person would who had all the flying that he had during the Korean War.
Not only for hiring Neil Armstrong, but you also played another part in the Apollo mission. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, I was one of the investigators of the Apollo accident, the fire that took place on the pad at Cape Kennedy. And following the investigation, from what I learned, I was able to help in the redesign of the command module and the LEM, partly, to improve its safety.
Mr. Bengal, during these times that you were on the investigation into the Apollo module fire, and the times that you've run into Neil since then, did you ever reminisce, and did he ever comment that this might be the day?
Yeah, oddly enough, I ran into Neil at Wright Field. I was visiting there, and he flew in with another astronaut, his name I've forgotten. And he introduced me to the astronaut and pointed to me and said, "He started it all."
It's something it's unbelievable to start with. It's something you never realize is actually going to happen. It's still hard to believe that they're up there, but we do wish them a safe journey back, all of them.
And I was particularly surprised that such an event could happen. It seemed, I think, probably beyond description to see someone on the moon while I was sitting in my living room watching it occur live.
Well, what really surprised us is that when Neil Armstrong first stepped on the moon, he was very ginger about it, and he was, just stepping around very gingerly. And then all of a sudden he started, pouncing around. We were all laughed about that. That was really great. It really was.
What were some of the comments of the other people who were with you when you were watching this?
Well, some of them, they couldn't even believe it, I mean, watching it on TV, and my brother's running outside to see if he could see him up there. It was really great, really.
Really great. I think we only did one problem. We should claim it for the United States.
It just looked like one of the Captain Midnight shows on TV, just a cartoon, That's what it reminded me of.
Well, I thought it was quite miraculous, really. The cliche, fantastic.
Did you stay up late to watch the Apollo 11 coverage last night?
Yes, I did.
And you?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch it together?
No.
What were your thoughts as you saw the astronauts walking out on the moon's surface?
My heart had flipped.